What up, y'all? It's your man Wayne Train back with another joint. And today I believe I do be getting my I should be getting my pixel in the mail, but won't be able to see it till later, man. You know, we gotta go clock in at this 9 to 5, or yeah, it'll be 9 to 5. So I won't be able to see old girl till later, but it's all good. But I figured I want to give you guys one more video before I actually get into the unboxing. But we already know what's going on with the Pixel. Everybody got them. I've been watching every single video that's been out about them. It's probably the one phone where, prior to, its release, it isn't one of those phones where I felt like I want to, not be prepped before I actually buy it. This wasn't one of those phones where I was like, you know what, I want to be completely surprised. I want to be able to, rid myself of everything that I've seen about it, because it was too hard. For one, it was too hard to do that. It was leaked a lot prior to even being announced. Apparently, it was leaked on purpose. What else? Even now, most consumers, or most of the people who actually pre-ordered it, or even some of the tech reviewers who are reviewing them, like myself, but I'm not gonna get no free device at all. But I mean, for the people that actually been doing it for a long time, I was expecting them to have it. They don't even got it. So it's only a few guys who've actually been able to be out here, who's actually been out doing reviews and stuff on it, that I follow, that I subscribe to. But anyway, I just figured I'd just give one more video, one more thought when it comes to the Pixel, and just to prep myself for when I actually get it and mess around with it, to not be too disappointed because of all the hardware, shortcomings or whatever. So, and I figured I'd give you guys the same information, because I feel like I'm not trying to talk you into buying it at all. As a matter of fact, without me even buying it, I probably would never suggest it to someone else, only because I know there's so many things missing, and the typical person who is trying to buy a phone isn't thinking of the technology the same way I am. I'm in it for an entirely different thing. I'm not really in it for, trying to have the best phone out. Now, if it just so happened to be that, then, that's what it'd be. But for the most part, for me, when I was thinking of buying a Pixel, obviously the first thing that came to my mind was the camera imaging, processing power that it has in it. Those are the two things that I was really thinking about, because I know no other phone really has that. So that alone, for me, kind of justifies whatever I'm going to pay for it. Most people would not ever do that. I'm not telling you to do that, because in reality, the quality that a Pixel is putting out for their images is not that much better than the competition, especially this year, from what I see. Okay, that's from what I see when it comes to watching reviews and whatnot. And I'm taking a lot of these guys' word for it, because they're pretty credible people sometimes. So I'm gonna take their word for it in that sense. I've used Pixel devices before, and I've seen that they have been pretty darn good when it comes to the images. So like I said, for me that alone was enough to justify buying it. Along with now hearing the radar stuff, the added features with Google Assistant, how it's just a little bit different when you have a Pixel versus having an assistant on any other Android device. That's something that's very intriguing to me. In my mind, the Pixel now is trying to transform the use of a smartphone. Google's trying to transform the typical use of a smartphone. And while I don't know if it'll be successful in the long run, it's a good take. I want to try it. Now I've become so bored with devices, the hardware parts of the hardware side of it, because every single one of these phones are the same. Slab style, glass sandwich is what we're calling it now. It's all the same. And even me as a tech reviewer, enthusiast, whatever you want to call it, I'm getting bored. And I think typically we probably would get bored because we're into the stuff, we're looking for something else. Whereas the average person isn't really looking at the things that I'm looking at. So for me, when one person might think it's a great phone, I'm thinking it's whatever. I've seen that before. Even with the Note 10 Plus, probably the best phone out right now, it's I'm not gonna say I'm bored with it, but again, slab style, glass sandwich, curved screen, all that, we've seen it before. The Galaxy Fold was one of those phones that I was I really want to get it. I haven't ruled it out. I'm still constantly searching and trying to find a good deal for it. So it is something I'm still contemplating. But for $2,000, I'm not really trying to do that. So that's another interesting buy. But if you're not going to do something extravagant like the Galaxy Fold with the folded display and all that stuff, what else can you do? In comes Google, the software side of it. Not a lot, not a ton. Not no game-changing kind of things going on here, but for me, enough to keep me intrigued, enough to keep me interested, enough to make me want to buy the phone, because they're doing something a little bit different than what the other manufacturers are doing. Everybody else focus on hardware. Google, software company, focus on software. Makes sense to me. I'm all with it. So unless you got the open mind enough to realize that Google is probably trying to do something different, it's very, very easy to go out and put in the top-notch specs in a smartphone. You guys would be very, very ignorant to believe that Google is just the billion-dollar company that they are would be, stupid and being I can't believe the Pixel isn't selling. What do we do? I don't know. That's I don't know why I can talk like that, but y'all would be ignorant if y'all really believe that that's what's going on here. A billion-dollar company doesn't know how to sell a phone. Come on now. They know that majority of us are pretty, I can't think of the word, but basically we're not. The average consumer isn't trying to see things on the software side of things. I think Google is working behind the scenes when it comes to the Pixel. While they're doing minor, I see some, they're doing minor advertisement and whatnot of the phone, but and if some people jump along board with it, then all good. I seen the first time I seen a Pixel and out in a situation where I feel like they were really trying to push dollars was on TV. I seen it on, was it Modern Family, on one episode or whatever, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. They pushing that phone like that. They featured it on the TV show. So I thought that was pretty weird, but whatever. I felt like that time Google was trying to, get themselves to be seen. Now, I don't know if that's the case today. Alright, my bad. Seen a friend in traffic, that was kind of funny, but what was I at? I don't believe that Google is doing that in 2019. I just think that that's the very easy cookie cutter kind of thing to do, and for you to be a billion-dollar company, I don't think anything that you do could ever be considered cookie cutter. And even Samsung, I know they've kind of adopted that business model of just putting in everything, just putting it all in, and forcing everybody to, kind of pick and choose from the stuff that they want. That's a good way to go about things, but again, for us to expect every single company to kind of adopt that same mindset, it's ignorant. Don't do that. You got to be open-minded. Now, you may not like it, and I'm telling you right now, for me, when I finally open the box and play with this phone. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna like it. Like, I am gonna approach this differently though. You know, the voice recording thing, I've never really done that stuff. This will be the first time that I'm gonna actually give it a run. I'm gonna give it its just due, and I'm gonna really try to use this phone for what I believe it may be intended for. I don't know if it's meant to be like a primary device. While, you know, for $900 you think it should be a primary device. When I mean primary, I mean like, you know, our typical heavy use, everything for this phone kind of thing. You know, with so many smartphones, I almost feel like some of these manufacturers got to believe that everybody's got multiple devices. So I've been talking too long. I apologize, but you know, this how it is. This how it gets for people, you know, that are into this stuff. But anyway, man, let me know what you think about the Pixel. My joint should be here later. I will be recording that as soon as I get to the crib. As soon as I get to the crib. So expect that video to either go up tonight or early tomorrow morning, something like that. But anyway, man, it's your man Dwayne.